Okay, says we're live. Hopefully that is true. Apologies, our neighbor is revving their engine. So if you can hear that, apologies. If not, great. How are we doing? Did we have a good weekend? Happy Monday. I had a good weekend. I went to visit Bestie and we went for a short hike in a nature preserve. So that was fun. Got to see um, some ferns and mushrooms, and got to see a pair of ducks and a couple of people fishing and all that, and some waterfalls. And just got to see Bestie and her baby. Then I spent yesterday just relaxing. So yeah, it's been nice. I do have a couple things in my planner that I need to finish. I sort of like partially set up for this week, but I haven't finished yet. And then I think I'm trying to decide if I want to nano prep, if I want to, because I'm behind on that, on the little sessions and the Nano 101 workshop printout. So do I want to do that? Do I want to edit? Do I want to brainstorm something new? I don't know. Like by all rights, I should be either editing one of my projects that's already been in the works for a while, or working on the Nano 101. But I mean, I could go ahead. I was planning on Friday working on stickies for Q4, but I could go ahead and brainstorm and sort of like start sorting tasks and goals and like steps and things. I've moved a great deal of stuff this quarter, except for like these yellow stickies. These yellow stickies were more of like deciding if I wanted to have an Etsy shop and what would go in it. So most of those have not done anything because I really haven't done any planning for any of that kind of stuff. Because I've been hearing more and more sort of like horror stories from small creators and small business owners about Etsy. So it's like, I don't know if it's like long term. I think it would be better to have your own website, but until you sort of like generate traffic and a brand that people rely on, in terms of like products or whatever, I don't know that Etsy is a bad place to start. And so it's like I've been kind of just waffling, not making a decision. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of like where my brain is. I don't think these are going to get done in this week because I'm just gonna, I think, put that off till next quarter, and maybe sort of like rearrange how I'm thinking about it. But anyway, how are you doing? How are you? And are you already thinking about Q4? Are you still thinking about Q3? Like, can we get things done? Cool Gamer says, hey, hello, welcome. Monique says this weekend was a mixed bag. You bought new dice on Saturday. Oh, nice, for D&D, and had some lovely relaxing on Sunday as well. Nice. You love the earrings. Thank you. These are from Temu, actually. These are the ones that like the bottom kept falling off. So I had to grab my pliers and fix that. But other than that, now that they're fixed, 10 out of 10. So thank you. Rosalind says, hello, welcome. And Ms. Monique says, you're planning to take things easy this stream because you have fatigue due to the monthly thing. Yes. Understood. Kai says, Etsy's okay, but it's hard to get sales and they take money before you even sell anything. Is that for the listing price? Like everything you list has like you have to pay them for the listing fee type of thing. And then, so on top of that, do they also get a portion of your sale? Is that also correct? Again, I'm still sort of like in the first 4 days of like considering it. So anyway, I don't remember if I had shown y'all, but I think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I covered up my nasty handwriting with some pretty stickers for the front. I'm still haven't done the back yet. But yeah, but I am pleased with how this week has gone. I do need to go back and finish yesterday's sort of logging, and then get started on, like, I've set up part of this week's stuff, and then I will get to this week's stuff for reals. I also still haven't decided on what I'm going to do for October for a theme, because I have several washi tapes and washi tapes mostly, from Notebook Therapy, I think that's where they're from, that are the like moonlit spells type of thing. And then I also have this pack of like fun moons and cats. So I might go with moons as might go with that as my October theme. I'm thinking maybe. I don't know. I'll probably open my drawer and be attracted to one of my different washi tapes and go, ooh, this is it. Because that's how my brain works. Yes, the listing price. Okay. It was like 20 pennies, 20 pence, which wasn't a lot. But yes, percentage of the sale as well. And there are lots of tiny bits of money they take, which adds up. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Monique says, I know for sure that in October I'll use black ink. You'll need to see what washi tape you have. Yeah, I mean, I have too much. That's my problem, is I have too many choices. But I do have like the moon stencils. I think I have a moon stamp somewhere. I've got washi tape and stickers that have moons on them. I just have to kind of decide what color palette I want, which is also a choice that will sort of like sometimes depend on the washi tape. But yeah. Anyway, let's do a sprite. Shall we? Do I need to pull a card first? Is that what we need to do? Yes. Get my half sheet of paper so I can hold it up and we can actually have the camera focus on it. All right, that's what we're breaking apparently. Okay, the whale inverted is our card for today. Trust the great mystery. I'll put these other ones back in. All right, so find the spot. It's going to be near the back of the book because it's in alphabetical order. All right. So here is our whale. There we go. Trust the great mystery, but it is inverted, so upside down. Certainty is not offered to you right now. You are being asked to trust the process of co-creation. The whale reminds you that your primary reality is not that of the material world, but that of the realm of spirit, from which the essence of your dreams and desires take shape before arriving to us as a specific form. You must trust absolutely that what will come will be for the highest good. Stay in your present moment awareness and allow the hidden realms to hold your intentions safely until it is time for them to manifest in the realm of form. Let go, for you will not be left behind. Some things take longer than others to arrive. Okay, so, so in that instance, it's saying you have a little bit more thinking, a little bit more planning, a little bit more effort that we might have to put in before. Oh, come on. Are you going to focus? Probably not. See if it's going to focus now. There we go. On my lovely, lovely face. Anyway, so yeah, so more planning before your desires take shape. Trust that whatever it is that is sort of holding us back it's for a reason. So maybe we got to figure out that plot twist. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe we should be working on whatever that other project that's nagging at the back of your brain is. Just kind of depends on how you interpret that. But yeah. You feel called out right now. Sometimes they do that, yes. You thought you'd be in total girl boss mode this week, but as soon as you woke up today, you were like, nope. Yeah, sometimes that happens for sure. You drew the temperance card. Nice. Yeah. That's also sort of that, like, gotta have some balance. So, okay. We need a timer. Yes. Do we want to start with a 25-minute timer or a 30-minute timer? What are you feeling like? I kind of feel like 25 myself, but so we've got 25 teapot. We now have two 30-minute teapots. And we've got spooky seasons out the wazoo. All right. Well, since I said I was feeling 25, okay, you would like the spooky teapot. All right, we can do the spooky teapot first. But I think I will scroll it down to 25 because I need that little bit of extra work up to it feel. I don't know what's warm up. There we go. That's the word I wanted. Lord. Okay. All right. So let's do this. So one, if you've already been working in your documents today, now's the perfect time to save. If you haven't yet, now's the perfect time to open them. And then two, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with today. Cheers. Three, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. If you need a longer stretch, go for it. And four, make sure that if you need a break, take one. And all right, here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I think I'm done with the majority of what I needed to get done in the bullet journal for that moment. I am sort of like debating. I think I've made a choice, but I don't know if I truly have. So I'm sort of like creating a swatch page so I can kind of see them next to each other and debate whether or not some of them fit, some of them don't, which ones I like better, etc. So that's what's going on at the moment, currently. I have a couple of tapes that belong together in a set. So, like, obviously, I could use those. And, like, they would be fine together. But, like, the one that I really want to use is not necessarily part of that set. And so I don't really know if it's going to go. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it's going to go together. Okay, anyway. So, I should just show you what I'm talking about. That way, like, you can weigh in. I have a set from Notebook Therapy. I'm pretty sure it's from Notebook Therapy because that's what my brain is telling me. Anyway, excluding this one, not that navy blue one. But they have like a silver holographic thing to them that I don't know if I can catch it on camera. Maybe. Yeah, the rainbows aren't showing up. But anyway, so I have like a set of round stickers that have a pattern, varying patterns on them. And then I have a thin and a regular sized washi tape to match with sort of like that theme. Then I have this sort of navy blue background, Moon Phases, and it is also has holographic flecks in it, again, that you can't like see. I don't know how to make it show up. Maybe my camera flash. Did that work? Maybe. Ooh, I don't like that. How do I get this to? There, kind of, you can see the flash there on the bottom one mostly. I don't like that. I'm gonna figure out how to do some of these YouTuber thingies. So I've got these, but then the one that like my brain is telling me is the right one is the Washi Tape Shop Dark Moon and Feathers. And there's like a purple undertone to several of the feathers. So I could use a purple, like regular pen for my like black and purple with some gold highlights as my normal pens. So I've got that option. And that's like, I kind of want to use that. But on the other hand, I also have the twin sister of this one, which is the light. So the white, almost translucent. Yes, translucent pattern. So it's the white version of it. And again, this is from Washi Tape Shop. So I've got the white version of it. So this one, again, has that purple flecks. But the gold is more prominent, I think, on this one because of the lighter background. The purple doesn't show up as much. But if I go with the white, then I have another tape option to either cut out or use entirely. And this one is more, again, feathers. If I can find out where I stuck a tape end. There we go. So I've got a whole bunch of feathers that I could do with it. Except this one has silver flashes on it rather than gold. So I don't know if I should mix the foiling. So, but like my heart keeps going back to that dark moon and feathers, but I've also got the dark waves set, but I don't think this one is as it's not calling to me as much. It doesn't have as many color options. And again, like I'm really not a minimalist at heart. So anything that gives me more color options, anything that allows it to be a little bit more cray-cray, is what I'm usually going to choose. So it's like I kind of got these out and I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to use them. But on the other hand, like when else am I supposed to use them other than spooky season? So I'm kind of on the fence. If you have an opinion, let me know. Because. Anyway, let me say hi and see how y'all did. But anyway, I did get, I think, the majority of my bullet journaling done. So reflection from last week, moving tasks over, setting up like my priority list for the rest of the day and the rest of the week done, which is amazing. Monique says the last scene I wrote was this cute scene where Jane and Andy jump into the pool at the hotel that they're staying in and make out. Nice. Becca said hello. Hello. And CB says hello, just out of Beth. You took a little bit of time to relax before coming. Excellent. Sometimes that relaxation is very important. Regina is here. Hello, friends. Hello. Welcome. You like the sound at the end? Yes. I have tried, I think, to put all of the spooky timers to have that chime at the end instead of the normal. So Becca says, Regina. Kai says, starting prep for November, you should write book 5, but you're actually feeling in the mood for writing the 7th and final book of this series. Ooh. Well, I mean, if you know how it ends, then maybe writing the rest of it will be easier. Maybe. Regina says you woke up at 3 a.m. Ooh, yikes. Went back to bed around 5 for around 8 for a couple hours. Not pleased. Yeah, interrupted sleep is not fun at all. Becca says, I'm working on one of my co-writing projects. It's my turn to write a chapter. Nice. Is this with Henna or is this with someone else? I can't remember. Regina says to Becca, I think it's cool that you have a partner to write with. I haven't done that since fan fiction. A really long story. Basically a novel. Yes. Kai says, every time I see moon washi / stickers, I want it. Right? Yes. Regina says, oh, wait. Did you say one of your co-writing projects? Aren't you still in school too? Yes. You really love it. You're working on 2 projects with 2 different authors right now. With school, you don't have time to really focus on a book all by yourself. That is also true. That is also true. Yeah. Impressed with Becca's energy. Yes. You think the feathers would be better for November? I think Nano released their flare for this year, and it's like books and cats and coffee. And so some of my stickers, let me see if I can find the new flare. November starts in 36 days, is what. Where is it? NaNoWriMo flare. There we go. Yes. Okay, let me share. So here's the, excuse me, let me take a sip of my drink. So we've got sort of like this cozy writing situation. And there's going to be the certificate. Very cute. Are those supposed to be persimmons? I can't tell. But yeah, so flare. So I'm thinking maybe my Cats and Moons sticker set will be more appropriate for November. But that means I would have like moon theme stuff for 2 months in a row, which I would not be mad at. So, you know. But maybe I should do the feathers for November. I don't know. I'll have to decide when we get closer. You need help with something? Okay, let us know. Becca says, haha, after the 20-page paper I had to write last week, I definitely don't have time to write anything fictional. Yeah, the longer papers are definitely a time commitment for sure. Monique says, I'm trying to figure out when my heroes should go off and storm the castle. I suppose what's the I'm trying to remember what beat that is, like where the like it's the storming of the castle, because that's what beat it should happen in. You meant to address that to Regina. Maybe you're more tired than you thought. Oh no. Regina says, ouch, I don't envy you having to write the papers. Glad that is behind you. All right. Monique says, right now I'm deciding on a ticking clock with your heroes trying to storm the castle days before the blood moon ritual. Okay, so what is the impetus for them doing it by a certain date or time, right? Yeah. That depends on how you have written your world and what the blood moon ritual is. So Kai says, if it's a sacred ritual, I would imagine they would be more on their guard, right? Yeah. Okay, so this one is a thriller with Anne Sophie. Gotcha. Okay, excellent. You want something sugary, but you don't have any extra candies. Oh no. Okay. Becca's like, what? Cats and coffee? Yes. Exactly. 36 days to go. Your plan is done. Now you just need the practical part. Ooh. Nice. Is there another reason they would storm the castle? To stop the ritual? That would definitely add more tension and high risk for the reader to get excited about. Yes. Yeah, I imagine that I haven't even looked at the t-shirts yet. I haven't looked at the mugs yet. So, but I just saw that the flare had been posted on Instagram from Nana. So that's the idea. You're going to have them stop the ritual before it starts. Ooh, I haven't seen the poster yet. You want the cat poster so much, but it's too expensive. Oh yeah, the shipping is definitely expensive, so that has to be in your budget too. You want to be tense, but you don't want to make you do want to make sure the vampires have their guard down. Gotcha. Vampires would be too caught up with their ritual to realize that they are vampire hunters in their midst. Okay. Well, in that case, they would likely have to do it after the ritual has started, but before it's been completed. It would be my guess. Might go take a walk, get something sugary. See what you mean. You read it as actual guards would be less on guard. Gotcha. Might set up a distraction or a fake reason for them to be less on guard, kind of make the reader think it's going wrong, but it's actually part of the plan. Yes. You brought your mom bought you a Nano hoodie? Nice. And Becca's literally buying the t-shirt now. Excellent. Yes. Okay, let's do another sprinty sprint. And we will do the 30-minute teapot. Share. Don't forget, second sprint is your self promo. So if you've got something to promote that's writing adjacent, go for it. Okay, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, if you need a break, for a bio break, snack break, refill the hydration break, whatever it is, make sure you take care of yourself. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Apologies. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I'm trying. Trying something just to see what happens. In terms of Canva's AI, text to image AI, because I'm just curious. I don't know why they never make them the correct size. that's the thing. Okay, interesting. Me. It's an okay experiment. It's not a perfect experiment. At some point, I might play around a little bit more with that, but that sort of answers my question. It's not real good. In terms of what I was thinking, I would have to do a good bit more figuring of the. Just curious, what's the thing vibrating in front of the picture with the? Oh, that's the reflection of my ceiling fan. That's what's happening. The shadow. My ceiling fan is going because it is now fall, but it is the south. So, as much as I want to be wearing this sweatshirt with like no additional air movement, yeah. Anyway, that's what that was. I was trying to see if I could have the text to AI create an Art Nouveau inspired teapot. The answer is sort of. It's not the right size for like a YouTube thumbnail, so I'd have to do some extra figuring out of like how to make a border that's the right situation. So yeah, so at some point you may or may not get some AI teapots, but I don't know. Anyway, let me find where we were. Thog said, "It's the most wonderful time of the year with skeletons dancing and hellhounds prancing and the witches up here. You love Halloween." Yes, spooky season is definitely a favorite around here. Thog says hi and hello. Hannah also says hi. Hello. Welcome. Monique wrote and / edited as much as you could today. Thanks for having the stream. You're welcome. And hopefully you get some rest and some relief from the period because it's painful. Thog says, "Oh, that was what? Yeah. You live in Montgomery, Alabama for now. Yeah. I mean, it is definitely. I get that every time I do turn on the fan. Is like there's something behind you, and I'm like, I didn't initially realize that it was going to do that, but again, it's the South. I can't." There are days that I can live without the fan, but most days I can't. Well, I guess now I have more days that I have it off than days that I do. But yeah. But it's mainly just because I wanted to wear this sweatshirt that says Voyelle. because it's soft and comfy and I wanted to wear it. So yeah. All right. Nobody has any self promo today, apparently. Becca C. Smith has a YouTube channel and a website that is very cool. Monique has a Sunnydale After Dark fanfic. CB has a YouTube channel, and pretty much, everybody who's chatting here has a YouTube channel. So don't forget to follow and subscribe to your fellow writer and friends, your internet friends. CB is back. You got your candy, and then put 2 to 3 bags you got into your nano sack. Excellent. In place of a bag of your nano. Okay, you swapped one out. Yeah. You keep your ceiling fan on even in the middle of the winter, otherwise the air gets stale and stanky. Now, see, I saw something. When was it? Like maybe in the last couple of years that there's a switch on most ceiling fans that you're supposed to swap for like summer versus winter because it disperses the heat differently. So you may want to check out whether or not you have the ceiling fan set to summer or winter. I don't understand how all of it works, but there is apparently a switch on most ceiling fans now. Thog says, yeah, you're supposed to, but you prefer the summer setting. Yeah, but again, we live in the South. So like, it doesn't really get like that cold most of the time. So CB doesn't have a ceiling fan. It's not necessary here, but you do have a stand fan. Gotcha. Okay. How are we doing? Are we okay to just like pop into the next sprinty sprint? She says as she realized that she closed the tab that she had the timer on. Whoopsies. Channel videos. Okay. So third sprint. You're hoping we get more than 2 weeks of winter this year. The fleas and roaches are devastating this year. Yeah. Understand that. Another sprint would be good. You actually might get some words in. Excellent. All right. Should we go back to the spooky teapot, or should we go to spooky teapot, ghost dog, or babbling brook? Spooky teapot. Okay, spooky and spooky. Alrighty. Present share screen. Make it big. And if you feel like going over and using the spooky teapot, or giving it a like, any of that stuff, or comments, or whatever, there's the link for that. Okay, here we go. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Well, that was the end of that sprint. I have gone back to working by hand for some things. Because, yeah. I think my mom's printing something to my printer. So that's about to get. Or not, because my toner is low. Okay. Brain. Please work with me, brain. What do I want to say? What do I want to get done? I want to get a lot of things done. But I only got, I think, maybe 200-ish words in the document before my brain went sideways. That's where we're at. But I can mark off a couple of things that I have done in the sprints thus far. I did that this morning as well. Okay. So I've only got one thing left on the things that I had already known that I wanted to do today. So that's good. How we doing? I feel like my brain is slowly falling apart today in terms of attention span. So sometimes it happens. Francis stopped in and said hello. Hello. CB got 282 words that time. You're going to Hulk smash those words. Yes. And also, CB suggests that you back up your work. Yes, we are approaching the end of the month. So if you do that monthly, start thinking about when. 419, that sprint, and it feels a bit like pulling teeth today. Yeah, I don't know why. I just very, very sort of either low energy or scattered focus today. Yeah. Ooh, Courtney's almost done with your blog post. Go you. That's amazing. Your attention span is also falling apart, but that's every day. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm still sort of thinking about, part of my brain is thinking about October spreads. Do I want to go ahead and try and set at least the monthly calendar up for that? Part of me was going back to, because when I looked at the Nano badge and flare, sort of it seems very reading journal aesthetic to me. I don't know why. So then that put me in mind of things that I wanted to kind of pencil in for my reading journal that I'm still contemplating doing. So I penciled in a grid reference sheet, penciled in a couple of pages that I know that I want in there. And then I saw the pages that I had marked earlier for my TBR lists. And that brought me back to my current TBR pages. And so I was going back and updating with some of the things that I had read. And most of what I've read is stuff that I acquired after I put together the TBR shell, the TBR thing. So there it is. So it's kind of ridiculous, but here we go. Let me do those. That one is still not good there yet, but okay. So of my physical TBR shelf, pretty much everything I've read is stuff that I acquired after I printed out this list. And I've read a couple or DNF'd a couple of my nonfiction, but again, most of what I've written is stuff that I acquired after. And then like my online reading tracker, I have not been using like at all because I bounce around so much when I'm reading, because a lot of what I read online is like translated stories. And so I'm waiting for the next chapter to be translated type of thing. And so then I'm constantly like, oh, well, I'm going to read like these 5 stories updates today. And so I bounce around and then I never remember to like update this thing. So this thing has been a little bit of a, I wouldn't say waste, but it has not been utilized as much as it should have been. So maybe that's like just my reading habits. Maybe that's my like discipline for coming back and checking in with it. But I really do like, I love the colors and the washi tape that I used for this, but it is definitely not a often utilized tracker. Same thing with my TBRs, because most of the time, again, like I'm not reading the things that I already own. I'm going and acquiring more stuff, and then reading that instead. But I have no more room on my physical nonfiction TBR shelf, because I have well and truly like filled that in. I still have some for my physical TBRs, like a couple of things, of spaces for writing in new books. But I imagine that will be gone by the end of the year. But yeah, so I don't use these as often as I thought I would. It is useful for me to like have this and be like, yeah, I don't really need to buy like 10 books today type of thing. Because I already own like all of these that I haven't read. So there is that. And the other thing is that the like my pen swatches, I finally took pictures of my Tombow swatches, because whenever I'm at the store and I'm like, oh, this is a pack I haven't seen before, but do I have some of these? Because they mix and match things. They mix and match colors in different packages. And so I'm like, do I already have this color? Do I not have this color? So yeah, so I'm missing quite a few of like the greens and the blues. And those are very often used colors for me. I'm also missing a lot of the like reds. And so I finally took a picture of them. So I have a picture on my phone when I go to the store, so I know which numbers I'm missing. That has been sort of like the bane of my existence when I'm looking at Tombow markers and being like, do I have this? I'm already thinking about like how I want to redo, next year's stuff. I have not used at all, really, other than like the very, very beginning of the year, the 23 and 2023 like detailed stuff. Like I have not come back to this like at all. At all. I've also not come back to the quotes pages, because that's just not something that I typically do. Haven't come back to it. I have come back to like frequently searched for titles. Again, because I read online translated stuff. So like sometimes it'll be months before things are like have a backlog of chapters for me to read. And so I do have a list of frequently searched for titles that I do reference a lot. So I may put that closer to the front rather than the back list of next year. But yeah, like discovering which spreads are good for you and which spreads are not, or which spreads you utilize and not. I have used the fold out grid quite often. So I don't know, maybe I'll just do that again instead of the full like in the front or in the back. I don't know. We'll see. I do use my year at a glance like all the time. Mostly for birthdays and big events, but yeah. I've used some of my health trackers, not a whole lot of them. I have used my recommendation pages and things to check out pages. Like I've got that. I don't reference it often, but I do reference it. So there's at least that. Yeah. So it's just been sort of like another year of checking to see what types of mainly weekly spreads or journaling spreads that I prefer. And I think I'm just like an insane person who has to change them up very often, because otherwise I just ignore them. So yeah. So apparently change is what I need in terms of like to continue to use things daily. But I have been enjoying this month's more daily instead of like a full week layout type thing. But I do feel like it uses a lot more paper because you have the I have like the visual calendar for September. Then I have my like 1 line a day thing, which I need to update. Then I have like a month task list. And then I go into the weeks and I have like reflection for the past week, task list for this coming week. And then I get into the dailies. So it feels like it uses a lot more paper, but on the other hand, I'm having fun because I get to decorate with stickers and check things off and all that kind of fun things. So like I'm not mad about it. So I'll see if I continue with this in September, October. September, October. I can't believe it's nearly October already. I don't know. That just seems insane to me. Julie's been so absent in these sprints. Well, I can't blame you because I changed up my schedule. So, things happen. 208 words plus hanging laundry. Excellent. So doing some of the adulting. Yeah, we need to do laundry again too. Every week. CB says, I have a mammoth task to do. You've got to reorganize your DVDs at some point and add the new ones onto your spreadsheet. Yeah. Cataloging everything and like seeing what you have is both enlightening, but it's a very daunting task. You have yet to find a writing or reading tracker that you use regularly. You've given up on both of them. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I keep looking at them, and I've also been like watching copious amounts of reading journal setups for people, but I feel like I wouldn't use a lot of them. And so it's like picking through what other people have made and seeing like, could I make this work for me? Most of the time my brain is like, I don't know that I would use that. So I have to figure out what I might use. CB says your Achilles heel attention span wise right now is the reels on Facebook. And you got the movie package just till the end of December. Gotcha. You have the same problem with the Yankee Candles milk cups. Yeah. One of your upcoming resources for homeschooling, which you're probably going to suspend for now, is a Shakespeare sonnet cursive handwriting book. Oh, okay. So it's like it's cursive practice, but you're doing it with Shakespearean sonnets. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Sometimes those practice books can be good for you because it gives you something to focus on rather than just like stroke counts. The TBR decision paralysis, right? You always write 10 books down in your monthly spread now and focus on those. Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I've been really bad about mainly doing online reading. And so I don't even know how many books I downloaded with the Stuff Dear Kindle for free book days. So I've got like a ton more ebooks now, and I've already read 2, which is great. So I guess I need to get back into that reading habit again, in terms of like complete stories. So maybe I should do that. Is like that might be a thing to try in October. Thanks for the idea, Francis. I like that. You also really need to redo your reference shelf in the living room, though not till after Thursday when you get your new Doctor Who books. Yes. Yes, yes. Dog says hi to Julie. Julie says, I recently cataloged my entire physical and digital library with Libib. It was eye-opening. Oh, is it like one that you scan the barcode and it does it for you? Or what is Libib? I'm going to have to look it up. Good news, of your 622 owned physical books, you've read all but 105. So it could be worse. It could be very worse. Yeah. Because I know I have more than 105 that's unread. So yes, it is a scan app. Oh, interesting. I might have to check it out then, because that's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to check out Libib. In fact, let me write that down on my recommendations page while I'm thinking about it. Ooh, and it's free. Excellent. We like that. I got to tell you, my being raised by a mother who is the second of 7 children, so a household of 9, like bargains and coupons and freebies, you have to hunt those. Yes. Okay. So Libib, scan, physical, and ebook collection. Free. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. I know that I do not have a library because I know I don't have over 1,000 because I have severely cut back on what I have kept to things that I know I reread because there are certain passages or because I like the author or things like that. But yeah, so I have severely cut down on my hoarding of books, even though it doesn't look like it. So yeah. All right, let's do I keep talking, y'all, and I know some of y'all have work to do, as do I. So let's do this again. Let's do another sprint. And did I share this? Yes. Okay, cool. Cool. Julie says, yeah, I don't have a library on my own, but between you and your roommate, we for sure do. And since they're all housed in the same writing office / library, it counts. Yes, it does. Yes. Francis says, I also recommend Goodreads, helpful to keep track of ebooks as well as hard / soft covers. Yeah, I can never remember to like go back and do them all the time. That's another like self-discipline thing that I'm still working on. So, all right, let's do this. 30 minutes. Save your documents. Saved. 2, take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30-minute spooky teapot again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was that sprint. How'd we do? Did we have a little bit more focus that sprint? I had a mixed bag. I again went back to working with my journal just because I default to that sometimes when I am thinking over some things, some plot twists, some options. That often becomes my sort of like default situation. Anyway, I don't know if I like what I just did, but we're gonna stick with it. Yeah. Close that and set it off to the side. I don't have a whole lot of words for today's session, but I have close to 300 in a brainstorming document for Q4. I have another like 100 in another sort of like scene note thing that I want to incorporate. And yeah. Yeah. And I have stuff in my bullet journal that I didn't have before. So progress somewhat. I tried to edit a little bit, didn't get very far. So Laura popped in and said, yo ho ho, hello, welcome. Roy was demanding cuddles. Yes, you must obey the cuddle demand. And you read 5 volumes of spooky books this weekend, which is awesome. Thog says hi to Laura. And this is where I said hi. Thog erased those words, plus nearly 50 more. Yeah. Sometimes they just don't fit, do they? Thog is at minus 49, but you got to incorporate a fast-paced scene, and it should prime it with a bit of action. Nice. Hopefully that will work for you then. Yeah. Okay. I know that people will be streaming. Let me pop this over here so I can see it in the stream going on at the same time. Let's see. Okay, so Paper Tiger is already streaming. Stream number 1. Jody Jean Daniels is streaming later tonight, but let me see if Glory has a stream scheduled. I don't see one. Okay, let me check the AuthorTube playlist then for today. Okay, I see writer Holly Davis at 6:30. It's 6. Excuse me. So there's 6 o'clock. Paper Tiger is going to be doing another stream at 6:15. Jenna Moresi is going to be streaming today at 7. Coffee Reading Writing at 8, as is Jody Jean Daniels. Oops, let me get a copy. And then Piper Tiger again at 8:45 p.m. So that was all that seems to be scheduled ahead of time. But again, here's the AuthorTube tiny URL. Spreadsheet. Apparently, I tried to put an extra S in there, or an extra H. Excuse me. H. Anyway, there's the tiny URL. And yeah, don't forget to save before you go. And make sure that you are saving, sipping, and stretching frequently. Doing all of the S's. And yeah, I will schedule the last stream of September. That should be on Friday. And then I will see y'all in October as well. QWordy might be streaming tonight. That's always a fun stream. Yes, QWordy is always fun. All right, so there we go. Sounds like unless people forgot to schedule ahead of time, there might be a sort of gap. So somebody, if you wanted to do a pop-up, could do one. But yeah, all right. Thank you very much, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.